Hello everyone, welcome back for some more thrift store finds. Hope you had a good weekend. I actually had some interesting finds I didn't put up here, a huge lot of like 40 young adult horse books and all kinds of weird stuff recently. And this morning I had such a weird variety of finds that I thought I'd pop up here to start the week, and next week is the big book sale, so look forward to that. And probably one of the most exciting finds, and man was I scouring those bins in the main room to see if there was more of them, didn't find another single one, so I don't know where this came from, probably just in a bunch of DVDs. We have Ballistic, one of the Nuon video games for the Nuon DVD player. I couldn't believe that. Stuff for the Nuon is super rare. This, just an open copy of this game, which was the pack-in game for the DVD player. This is still like a $30, $40 game, just that. And a lot of the actual games you had to buy, they're worth hundreds of dollars because it is so weirdly rare, and if you find a working player, forget about it. And yes, I looked for that. Didn't find anything else. This, I guess, just randomly was in a thing of DVDs. It was in the bargain bin, so it was like 10 cents for me. And the Nuon was such a weird thing. It was one of those kind of oddball things that I would never come across, I know. It was a DVD player, displays standard DVDs, but had all kinds of interactive features as well as Nuon branded DVD games released from companies like Infogames. So yeah, very just kind of one of those fascinating things in early DVD history. I think it was like 2000 when it came out, just off the top of my head, but that was such a weird find, and I got really excited for a minute. Didn't see anything else. And one other random DVD find, a Mickey Rourke movie that I'd never heard of, kind of an interesting grab, and one VHS tape. We have the Better Sex video series, Volume 2, Advanced Sexual Techniques. So, not pornography, technically, but edutainment. Good old-fashioned educational entertainment. A couple of 8-track tapes that were worth grabbing. They're very hit or miss when you find them. Usually they're a miss. A couple of paperback books. We have some Dragonlance, one, well, to my mind, newer. I think this is like almost 20 years old now, but this is around the time I stopped reading Dragonlance. We have The Puppet King and Volume 3 of the Preludes series. A few music CDs that were worth grabbing. The Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun, Grateful Dead, and a sealed copy from this classic composers series. We have Mozart musical masterpieces, and because that was sealed, it was worth grabbing. I sold a bunch of these before. I found a whole bunch of them one time, like 20 of them. Some random, and they're more modern, but it's just kind of cool that it's from the 60s series. We have Batman and Batgirl stuck there, just action figures in the bins. It was kind of an oddball find. And that was it for Goodwill. I kind of made the rounds and went to the other Goodwill that I go to sometimes, DMV one, didn't see anything there. And then I went to, because I was in the neighborhood, Community Aid, even though it wasn't a typical day that I go, and I will go again, but found some good stuff while I was there. The Cleric Quintet, so all 5 volumes of that from Forgotten Realms. That was definitely worth picking up. And one hardcover book that was worth picking up, we have Dragons of the High Lord Skies, the Lost Chronicles Volume 2, Dragonlance. And one other thing that Amanda is just going to come home and she's going to say, "You make me sick," and she's going to go with my Groucho, I think, where she doesn't have to see it. But yeah, I brought home a Barbie, and it's for me. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's completely sealed, and she was $10, so I'm like, I can't leave her, from one of my 3 favorite Marilyn Monroe movies. I have a really big Marilyn Monroe collection, probably a little too big. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes from this Barbie Collectors series from 1997. Completely sealed, and she looks better than a lot of the other ones that I've seen, because I've seen a bunch over the years, and I've sold a few before, and a lot of times the face sculpt just kind of looks like generic Barbie, and there's just stuff to make them look like the person. Occasionally, though, they do a little bit of a better job, and it looks a little more like the actual person. And this one, I think the sculpt actually looks pretty good, so that, with matching with the background and stuff, like, it actually works, I think. So that is really cool find, in my opinion, and Amanda's not going to agree. She's just going to come home and she's going to, we have a Barbie. But yeah, I couldn't pass that up for like $10, so that goes in to the giant Maryland collection, and that was my weird Monday morning at the thrift stores.